Than 5 decades, Southwest Airlines is undergoing a mass layoff exercise. Their plan will see 1,000 people laid off, or about 1 out of 7 at its corporate headquarters. Officials say it will not affect customer service and union rules like those filled by flight attendants, pilots, or gate agents. And today, February 18th, is National Battery Day. The battery industry is rapidly evolving, and advancements in modern technology have made it hard to spot a AA or AAA battery unless you're specifically looking for these types. The first battery was created by physicist Alessandro Volta and popularized in the West by inventors like Benjamin Franklin. Now, it's hard to imagine surviving a day without batteries, so it seems fitting that people celebrate the invention once a year. As for what's coming up in today's show, BTC is back in studio and they will be updating us on a new release. We also have a junior sailor in studio to discuss the upcoming Sir Derwent Knowles Junior National Sailing Championships. That and so much more after the break.
Good to grow, keeping you in the know. In the know, God, it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
In an effort to make the coconut water industry in New Providence safer and healthier for all, the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources recently hosted a training session for vendors. At the opening ceremony held at the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation, Minister of Agriculture Jomo Campbell gave remarks.
With the global value of the coconut water industry being pegged at just about $6 billion with a B, dollars. We want you to appreciate the fact that there is immense potential for Bahamian vendors to thrive. However, as we all know, with growth must come responsibility. So ensuring that every bottle meets the highest health and safety standard is of the utmost importance.
This training is part of the ministry's Coconut 360 initiative, which aims to utilize all parts of the coconut, taking us one step closer to reducing the country's food import bill by 25% by the end of this year.
This initiative aims to showcase the versatility of the product abundantly available in our country. But every part of the coconut can be utilized effectively. The husk, the shells, and the meat can be transformed into pouch, jewelry, and treats, respectively, promoting health, entrepreneurship, and environmental sustainability here in our great Bahamas.
BAMSI Chairman Tyrone Fowler adds that this initiative represents the future of sustainable agriculture in the Bahamas.
This project speaks directly to BAMSI's mission of driving agriculture innovation, empowering Bahamian entrepreneurs, and creating a sustainable self-sufficiency economy. This project isn't just about cracking a few coconuts. It's about unlocking the full potential of a natural resource found in abundance across our islands and turning it into an economic powerhouse.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
BTC is that company that's always on the move, either working in the community or improving its services. Today, marketing manager Stacey Mackey is joining us on What's Trending once again to share some big news. Welcome back to What's Trending, Stacey.
Good afternoon, Jamanito. Nice to be back.
Awesome. So I know that BTC has an awesome relationship with Samsung. So the question is, when will you be unveiling the latest Samsung S25 device?
So BTC has the exclusive deal with Samsung. So we're going to be the first to actually launch the S25 series, which is launching on Friday. So on Friday, we are planning a very upscale event where we'll have a cocktail reception, some jazz music, and of course a presentation presentation to show you the new features that this phone has.
So talk to us about some of those features.
Well, of course, you know, everybody is into AI, so that's one of the big things for Samsung S series right now, the S25, the AI features, as well as it has a circle to search feature, and that means that if you're watching a video, you can circle, and it has a Google search, so once you circle it, it automatically allows you to search that by going on to Google. In addition, it has added features for phone, photography as well as video, and we know that persons love to take videos, they like to take photos because we are so big on social media. So it has a lot of great features. Of course, it's durable, dust resistant, water resistant. So if persons, I know there's someone who's listening who has an S20 or 23, this is definitely the device that you want to have. It is sleek, it is elegant, it is so beautiful, and of course, it is the newest Samsung S series on the market.
So you're telling people it's time for their upgrade.
Time for an upgrade.
So tell us, how has Samsung devices been received by your customers over the years?
I'll tell you this, I know a lot of persons like to say that I'm iPhone, you know, I'm an Android lover, and then there are those who say I am an iPhone lover. I'll tell you this, in the Bahamas, we find that Samsung really is a coveted device. Persons love Samsung because they like to say that there's a lot of features that Samsung has that you don't have to necessarily pay for in the Play Store. That's one of the things as well. And then, of course, you have some persons that don't like the complication of the iPhone. But I'll tell you this, if you grew up on an iPhone, you will be an iPhone lover for life. And if you grew up on Android, you will be an Android lover for life. I grew up on an Android, and I think it was last year I transitioned to iPhone, and I'm still learning. I am still learning. So I'm telling you that an Android, for me, I find that it is easy to manage. And then some of us are old school. Yes, there's technology, but we're still old school, and even though it has a lot of new features, I think for me personally, I'll say that I find a Samsung is easier to manage.
Okay, so obviously there are other events coming up. I believe you have a neighborhood initiative, so tell us about that.
So on Saturday, we will be in the Coral Harbor area at the Coral Harbor Park, and we are having our first BTC Customer Appreciation event. We like to tell persons that we want to show our appreciation. Like I mentioned last week, we know that persons have been BTC customers from, I don't want to say infancy, but they've been BTC customers for a very long time, and we love to show our appreciation. We love to tell our customers thank you. So what we did is we tie in an offer with the event whereby if you are a BTC broadband customer, we're allowing you to sign up for postpaid and get a $200 Bahamas Air voucher. So you will get that on the spot. Once you sign up on spot on Saturday, and the event starts where 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Coral Harbor Community Park. We'll be there, and you know, it's going to be a fun event. It's showing you our appreciation. We have the Kiddies Corner, we'll have hoopla, we'll have bingo. We also have some great partners that are joining us. That is the community policing, the Bahamas Kidney Association. They'll be doing testing for glucose, high blood, as well as I think glucose, high blood, and diabetes. Well, I think it's also something else. There's one more. And then, of course, we have Family Guardian. They'll be there. Bahamas Air, they're one of our partners. They'll be there. The JA, that's right, BTC, JA Company Fly, they'll be there as well, promoting their new product and explaining about what exactly that they do. And, of course, we have two small business customers of BTC, they'll be there as well. And I like to tell persons that when you are one of our BTC small business customers, where we go, you go. We like to show you our appreciation. We like to assist you in promoting your products and services, and that is what we're allowing them to do. So we have two of them will be joining us on site in the Coral Harbor Park. And of course, we're encouraging persons to come out. We have a fish fry.
Yeah.
So we will be frying fish
so
on
you'll be
site.
nicely seasoned, ready to go. go.
Listen, these snappers are going to be so seasoned with, a slice of lime on the side, corn on the cob. We have rolls for the kids. We have hot dogs. We have popcorns. We have ice cream. So many games. We have three-legged races, musical chairs, domino competition going on.
So
a lot of
real
things.
family
A real
event, but you can get some business done,
family-orientated.
too.
Chimanita, we don't do it small. We always do it big. And when we say we are showing you showing our customers our appreciation, that is definitely what we are doing.
But we know that BTC is always engaging with its customers. But what other promotions do you have that's also going to happen this weekend as well?
Well, last week we talked about the Cupid Combo, and I have to say this: the Cupid Combo sold out. So thank you.
Surprised?
I wasn't surprised. We are sold out nationwide.
Wow.
Nationwide. So thank you to everyone who would have heard the call to go and get your device early, and they did. But we still have lots of great specials going on. For our postpaid customers, we still have the A16, the Samsung A16. We have that for $149 when you sign up for the Exuma plan. So that device was $269. You're able to get it for $149. And lots of other great deals will be on site as well. And of course, we talked about, I think last week I would have mentioned about customers who had their eSIM for 2 years or more. So on Saturday, if you live in Coral Harbor, you can definitely come on down and have your SIM card replaced free of charge, just to ensure that you have crystal clear calling. When you roam, you're able to connect good. Also, when you are trying to download or watch movies, flawless. Okay, so if you haven't had a new SIM card in the last 2 years, stop by. We'll upgrade that for you. It doesn't matter whether you are postpaid or prepaid customers. We'll definitely do that for you.
So have you covered all of your bases? Because I know you have your checklist and you're getting everything in. So have you covered all your bases for this week's visit with us?
Yes, this week I think everything is covered. I think I touched on everything. But of course, I like to say that, again, thank you to all of our BTC customers who've been with us from day one and beyond. And also look forward to seeing lots of great things from us, because it only gets better from here.
Awesome. Well, it's always a pleasure talking with you, Stacey, and I wish you the greatest success in your neighborhood fish fry, because Bahamians like fried fish.
I know, right? And someone asked me, they were like, what happened to the fritters? Listen, we're going to have fritters next month. Let me say that. We're going to have fritters next month.
Let it up be. Well, thanks again. You're watching What's Trending. Stay with us. There's so much more on the other side of the break.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales at CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store. Not only do we guarantee the best prices on all your favorite building materials, but we're proud to offer the best delivery program in all of Nassau. Whether you buy one box of screws or a truckload of plywood, island-wide delivery is just $5. And for our Family Island customers, we're proud to offer complimentary drop-off to the mailboat of your choice. Visit us today at the CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road and check out our website to set up your next delivery.
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Exuma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass that along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
Well, the waves are set to collide with ambition as young sailors from across the nation gather to compete in the prestigious Sir Derwent Knowles National Junior Sailing Championships. With a fleet of talented youth ready to race, this high-energy event promises not only fierce competition, but also a celebration of skill, sportsmanship, and the future of sailing. As the first wave of races kicks off on February 20th, the sailors are ready to make their mark on the water and set the stage for a thrilling 3 days of nautical excellence. In studio, we have His Excellency Tom Hartley, the British High Commissioner to the Bahamas, and Nash Cartwright, a junior sailor. Welcome both of you to What's Trending.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So, Your Excellency, we're going to start with you. Tell us about the British High Commission's involvement in the Sir Derwent Knowles National Junior Sailing Championship and what it means to you personally.
So thank you for having us on this evening. It's a great opportunity to talk about sailing and to celebrate the young sailors of the Bahamas. So Britain is an island nation, Britain is a sailing nation, but Britain doesn't have anything of the sailing like the Bahamas does. And 2 years ago, I got taken along to the Exuma Regatta, the Family Island Regatta, and I was like, wow, we've got to get in on this. So a year later, we decided to donate a sloop, an E-class sloop. It's called the Independence, and we unveiled it this time last year at the Sir Derwent Knowles Regatta. And the whole purpose of the donation is to help young people come through and to experience E-class sailing in the way that they love international sailing, and for international sailors and E-class sailors to get to mix together and to bring the best of Bahamian sailing to the Sir Derwent Knowles Regatta.
That sounds good. Well, the British High Commission has played an important role in supporting youth sailing initiatives in the Bahamas. How do you see these efforts contributing to the development of young sailors in the country?
So it was fantastic when the Prime Minister announced sailing as a national sport. That kind of gave me permission to kind of jump in. I know lots of other people have dived in as well in order to provide support. We've donated this boat. We've also provided training spaces for young people to learn to sail and learn to swim during the summer. We've donated equipment, and later this year we've got two special announcements we're going to make for Exuma Regatta as well. We've got two big announcements coming, but all of this is about trying to celebrate the fact that young people in the Bahamas have the perfect place to learn to sail. And Sir Derwent Knowles, as the great Bahamian Olympian in sailing, we want to see more young people thrive like that. We want to see more international sailors enjoying sloop sailing. We want to see sloop sailors doing well at the international competitions and the Olympics. And we want to see young men and young women take up the sport as much as possible.
That sounds good. So last year, like you mentioned, you made the donation of that special E-class vessel that's going to be on the waters. Like, what went into deciding to make that happen?
So actually, it started with a bet with Minister Clay Sweeting. And he wanted to donate a boat for the Eleuthera sailors. He was going to call it Sugarloaf. And I bet him that my boat was going to be faster than his boat. And so we both hired, I hired Mark Knowles as our boat builder. And it was
one of the best.
One of the best, and it was built live at the National Sailing School here in Nassau, so you could go along and see it and to watch him work his magic. And both of the boats were being built side by side, and they got raced. Obviously, as a guest in the Bahamas, it was right that the minister won. My boat was faster, but his won absolutely. And so it was just about passion about trying to celebrate all the great things about the Bahamas. It was, it was Bahamian timber, it was Bahamian boat builders built in the Bahamas for Bahamian sailors, and what a privilege for me to be able to kind of contribute to that and to see that happen.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so in your opinion, how do events like this, the Sir Derwent Knowles National Junior Sailing Championships, help strengthen the relationships between the UK and the Bahamas, particularly in the areas of youth development and sport?
I think it opens a door, and I brought out the heads of British sailing, the British sailing team and the most successful Olympic sailing team of all time. And I brought out the chief executive and the two directors to Exuma Regatta, and they were said, wow, this is the best regatta. We do regattas all year, and this is the best regatta we've ever been to. And it was mind-blowing, and I know Sir Derwent Knowles exactly the same. And what it allows, the more we introduce Brits to Bahamian sailing and vice versa, it allows that crossover. And what we want to see is more Bahamians sail in the UK. We want to see more Brits come and train and sail here. That would be exciting. We'd love to see the day where there's a national sailing centre in Nassau that can host big international competitions in the most beautiful Montague Bay, which is the best place to sail in the whole world. And I think that the more we can do to celebrate Bahamian sailing, that kind of more naturally that's going to come soon. I think I think there's more we can do. I know the government have done a fantastic job about putting together new committees, increasing the budget, obviously got responsibility for the National Sailing Centre, but I think also the committees for the regattas have really been passionate about encouraging young people to sail. And just in my 2 years being involved, to see the E-Class come through as a really serious competition, and to see some young people there actually beating some of the really experienced sailors as well, just shows how much depth there is in Bahamian sailing. And these young people are going to come through into the C-Class and the B-Class and the A-Class, and it's not going to be long until Stefan Knowles and others have got going to lose their bragging rights.
You know, right? So now, Nash, we're going to bring you into the competition. I'm going to ask you a fun question. So if your boat could talk to us, what would it say about your sailing skills?
I'm too fast.
It would say you're too fast?
That's wrong.
So how do you stay calm and focused when the winds get unpredictable on the waters?
Just stay grounded and be aware of your surroundings.
And what do you enjoy most about sailing?
The competition.
Mm-hmm. So talk to us about your shirt that you have here with you today.
This is a shirt of the Independence. That's it. I really got much.
So if you could sail anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Lake Garda. It's heavy breeze all the time, and I just think that would be really fun.
Okay, so you're ready for the competition on starting Thursday?
That's well.
All right, so what can people expect from when you hit the waters?
First
place?
That's well.
Pressure. So back to you, High Commissioner. Sir Derwent Knowles, as you mentioned earlier, was an iconic figure in Bahamian sailing. What role do you think his legacy plays in inspiring young sailors, and in terms of the legacy that you support through the High Commission as well?
I think what Sir Derwent Knowles did, and what he does still, is takes away all the excuses. Mm-hmm. You know, you think the Bahamas is too small to produce an Olympic champion? It's rubbish. You think the Bahamas can't do the best in the international competitions? No. Do you think a Bahamian could host a great regatta? It's not true. The Bahamas has everything it needs to be the greatest sailing nation in the world. It just needs to bring all of these ingredients together. It needs to bring these great young sailors, good quality boats, great quality water, good facilities, and good coaches. With a bit of magic sprinkled on top, then I think there's absolutely no reason why the Bahamas shouldn't expect more Olympians from their sailing community. And I think Sir Derwent Knowles just set that bar. That, why not? And I think when you talk to his family, who will be there this weekend at the regatta, that's what they're proud of, and that's what they love to see in the young people come through. Is like they say, my dad did it, you could do it too.
That's great. Well, the Sir Derwent Knowles National Junior Sailing Championships is set to commence Thursday, February 20th through the 22nd at Montague Bay. And thank you, gentlemen, so much for joining us on What's Trending today. And Nash, especially good luck for you, especially since you didn't say you're looking for that first place.
Oh, good luck.
While you're watching What's Trending, we will be back in a moment.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting TingsyBahamas.com.
the 22nd, the Monarchy Force Show comes alive with the Subdue It Knowles National Junior Sailing Championships. My, oh my. Come on out and witness the top junior skippers from throughout the Bahamas glaze through the waters competing for top prizes in the Opti Sunfish Laser and E-Class. And don't miss out in the best in youth talent and a special Junkanoo rush out by the Junior Junkanoo Champions. And did I also mention the best in native dishes? So if you're young or old, you don't want to miss this. February 20th to the 22nd at the Monarchy Foreshore Subdue It Knowles National Junior Sailing Championships.
Diet-friendly special.
This week, love is in the air, or rather, it's being politely declined. Welcome to Anti-Valentine's Week, a movement that's gaining traction, encouraging people to skip the chocolate, ditch the flowers, and throw away the I love you cards in favor of something a little bit more rebellious. Hold on to your hearts or don't, because today is all about flirting. Forget love letters. Forget Cupid's arrow. This February 18th, we're celebrating the fine art of flirting, because why commit to a relationship when you can just commit to having fun with your charm, right? On Flirt Day, we celebrate the subtle, the sly, and oh so playful, from eye contact that says everything to the totally I didn't mean to touch your arm move. It's all about turning up the flirt without turning up the commitment. But remember, Flirt Day isn't just about human interaction. If you're feeling bold, why not flirt with your favorite snack? Give that donut a wink. You know it's been eyeing you all day. So this Anti-Valentine's Day week, we encourage you to embrace the flirt. No pressure, no long-term commitment, just a little spark of fun. Who knows, that playful banter may just lead to a very awkward handshake. Well, on Flirt Day, it's not about finding love, it's about making it awkward. So when you're in the line today and you
Falcon 9, and again, that's sort of like the business end of the count. Long this, I have not forgotten about you. We are going to thank you here in a moment, but we are still in the middle of this launch here. Booster coming up on entry burn momentarily. So gorgeous. That these views are now commonplace is just absurd.
Again, just the lighting from the setting sun with hitting the plume. This is the jellyfish, and you can kind of see why we love it, even if you can't see the ground version of it. Which, by the way, if anyone is out there and you do get a ground version of it, please send it to us on all the social media channels. We're on X, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky. Absolutely love seeing it.
I don't even know what to say. Longness just did another $250 super chat.
Holy cow.
Longness, dude, what do you even say to that? Thank you so much. We will continue with our coverage, because if you're supporting us, then that means you like what we do. And we'll thank you here in a second. But look at the
shadow in that.
Yeah, that is so pretty.
Wow. Happy to be a space dork for that.
That is just gorgeous. Second stage really moving now. First stage is descending rapidly, and here comes the entry burn. You should be able to notice a single engine start, then the other two, and then those two shut down and go back to one. So it's a 1-3-1 landing burn, right, Sawyer?
Exactly, and you can see once it goes into that line there, that's when you know that all three of those engines are burning, and this goes about 20 seconds or so.
So this is supersonic retro propulsion, which is one of the coolest things you can say. They are fighting fire with fire, which is super neat.
There's the plume. You can kind of see the jellyfish there.
Excellent. I love me some ground views.
That was of the first stage entry burn, it looked like, from the point of view of the Bahamas.
Nice. Look at the grid fins. You might see some plasma build up on them here. Yeah, a little bit. Grid fins are going to help the booster steer as it gets into thicker and thicker atmosphere. You're going to be able to see them articulate.
Yes. And next up will be that landing burn where it will just be a single engine, and we'll place it down on the drone ship. Just read the instructions. Again, located in the middle of the Bahamas for the first time ever.
Sawyer, if you could ride in a Falcon 9 interstage and be completely unharmed, and like it was completely safe, would you?
Absolutely. I mean, you don't get as great a view because you're looking up instead of down, but heck yeah.
Yeah, I don't even care about the view. I would do it blindfolded. I don't care.
It looks like you can kind of see the drone ship there, the light of it through that left grid fin.
Is that what that is? That's what that looks like that is.
It appears to be.
Wow, it's coming in hot. Here comes the landing burn. Ground views?
Wow, that is a ground view of it.
Wow.
You could see the drone ship even in the view there.
That is stunning. Okay, yeah, maybe water view. Either way. What an awesome shot. And then we cut to the drone ship. Yes.
Wow.
There you have it. B1080-17. First Falcon 9 to land in the Bahamas. And I'm sure far, far from the last. Meanwhile, second stage, I must remind you, is doing the actual work here, not the fun part of going to the Bahamas. Second stage continuing to pile on the velocity right before SECO, which there you have it. Second engine cut off. Hooray! That is a really exceptional thing to get to see. I hope everybody in the surrounding area was able to see a spectacular show. It certainly looked amazing from everything that we could see. That was epic.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I do believe we will have some replays in the work here. I want to get Max and Dee's reaction as well. But before we do any of that, I have to, as promised, thank Long This for two, count them, two $250 super chats, which is, I'm at a loss for words to even express.
The Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. I'm Clint Walker.